Hey, what's that?
Oh, that's a genealogy library. Let's go in. I'm gonna see what's in there. I've always wondered, you know.
Okay, let's go.
I wonder if anybody's up here. You think there's anybody in here? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, hey.
Yes.
We saw the genealogy sign up here.
Yes.
We're like really into genealogy. So, like, what goes on up here? Is there?
Can we come in?
Yeah.
Sure. Come on in.
Give it.
Are you familiar with the story about Mr. Browning?
Well, I know a little bit about him, but yeah, like, what else can you tell me?
I'm going to turn some lights on because usually I sit in the dark up here.
We sit in the
Really?
dark.
Well, you know.
Do they make you?
No, it's just very quiet, very serene, and I do my work. And
Oh, that's not kind of
No.
nice. Probably away from everybody.
have you ever seen this? Have you seen the pictures of all of the
No. Oh,
cabinets
it's
with
like,
all of?
No. So like, man, these almost look like card catalogs or recipes or.
Well, if you've been on the website, actually all of this is already on the website.
Oh, really?
But for instance, they're broken down into different categories. This one over here is the obituaries.
Oh.
I'm sure you've gone in and checked.
Oh yeah,
all
we
the
do that. Like,
obituaries.
yeah, that part I've done before.
So these are the early ones, 1907, and then they go down to 1935 through 1990.
Oh.
So this is an interesting group, which I don't know if anybody really spends a lot of time with or even knows that it's on there, but famous obits of not necessarily Evansville people, but all over the world people. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable.
Oh, that's
you might
kinda
not
neat.
think about going in to look for it.
Hmm.
But, you know, if there's a certain person, I'm trying to find one here that's maybe someone that Grover Cleveland. Oh my gosh.
I've heard him before. He must have spent a lot of time. Boy, there's like a lot of them, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. And, you know, and Mr. Browning just thought that these people probably gave a lot to the country or the world for that matter, and it was worth keeping a record on them. So, you know, that's a whole different category that I don't think people are aware of.
Oh no, I didn't even know about it.
It's all over World War II.
Is that like people from around here then?
Yes,
Is it-
usually. Now, these are cards, but we also I'll show you in a minute, we also have record of the articles that were in the paper. Like, for instance, if someone from here was on leave or was missing in action or was coming home to
Oh.
visit their parents, there was usually a little blurb in the paper, and Mr. Browning took that out of the paper and actually made a record of it, and it went up on the website.
That's really
So,
neat.
yeah, these, I think a lot of people that, you know, that we see every day. See, here's one. It's Wilfred Holtzman. And what he's done is taken the article out of the paper. He was transferred. He was a private. And he was from St. Meinrad. And so, you know, that again is up in the web under local history, which you've probably looked at some of them. But I'm sure a lot of people have never looked at the local history. They could be in it today, or their children, or
Oh yeah.
relatives.
That's really interesting.
So all of this was captured. This is local history. This is like anniversaries, marriages, promotions, any kind of let's just pull a couple out here. This is like an associate pastor of a church. You know, maybe he was a new pastor,
Oh,
just
that's
installed
really
as an
neat.
associate pastor.
So
you
he
know.
just got anything from the paper he thought was interesting.
Yes.
He kind of
Yes,
clicked it
anything,
and put it there and.
any kind of honor. Here's Mr. Hillenbrand. He was a football player for Memorial, I believe. He was in the Hall of Fame, Football Hall of Fame.
Oh,
So,
wow.
you know, people that walk by here every day could have their picture on the website and don't even
They don't even know it.
it.
Oh, wow.
Right, but all of this is on the website. You know, it's all been captured and saved. And then there's a myriad of other things. There's church directories. There's doctors. There's nut club.
Oh, and look, there's the LST.
Yes.
Oh.
That's probably.
Is that like about when they were here in Evansville?
Yes, I believe so. Like, for instance, let's just
Oh,
pull one up.
that's really nice. Wow.
Charles Overton.
Oh.
It
and
was on 9 Mary Street, and I assume that
oh, so he was it says he was a foreman?
he was, you know, he worked there.
Oh, okay.
Whether he was employed from 1942 to 45, we don't know. But see, that's of interest too,
Oh yeah.
to a lot of people that don't know it. Now, these are church directories, CFC.
How did he get like the church directories?
He probably just went around to churches. We still have people bring directories in and
Oh,
ask
really?
if we want them.
Hmm.
Yeah, same with high school directories, with high school yearbooks.
Oh
You know, Central. I mean, there's some really old ones, and I'll show you. We've got some books, which probably Willard has most of this information too, but he's captured a lot of old city directories. In fact, you know, here's one for 1886. It's pretty
Oh
amazing.
my goodness.
Pretty amazing, really. I mean, when you think about the businesses here, the people. I mean, look at that, James Murdoch. He was an engraver. Just
wow.
amazing. And post office department, boundary lines of carrier routes. Can you imagine
Oh
that
my
all of that was
goodness.
captured? I don't know if that's in the city directories of today. Obviously, railroads wouldn't be. Libraries, public buildings. I mean, really, if anybody really needed to know what went on in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and really put some time and effort into doing some research, you know, the history of Evansville really is here.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
amazing.
That's nice. Are
And
those?
these are all city directories.
Oh wow, and they go way back, don't
Way
they?
back. Yeah, this one here, I was looking the other day, and it's just the cover. But W.H. Woods, painting and decorating. I don't know what happened.
Evansville
to
Gas and Electric.
I guess that's today's Vectrin.
Right, right.
So,
oh my goodness.
You know, some of these are really in bad shape. We just maybe found, this is a 1907 Bennett's Evansville Directory.
So kind of try to like piece them back together again, I guess.
Right,
Sometimes.
right. Anytime he found a scrap of history, he, you know, made sure that it was saved and taken care of. And some of the things on the top, I'm not sure what all of them are, but it's memorabilia from his life. I mean, he saved everything. He saved cards that were sent to him, letters that were sent to him, thank you notes that were sent to him. I mean, he was truly a historian. And I think that's a history in their hands. That was another article that was written, all the old telephone, an old telephone, which this right here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is this?
It's quite a decoration.
It might have
really.
must have some kind of significance.
Is
It's
this
kind of
something
sitting here.
You know, would you want this in your home?
Well, it depends.
This is the actual card table that Mr. Browning used, and the reason it's on a slant like this is not because it doesn't have all the legs, but from what I've heard from his family is he evidently sat in a recliner and put the two legs up and slanted the table, and then put his typewriter, which, by the way, this is the typewriter.
Oh my goodness.
The
Oh,
original,
wow.
and this is his pair of scissors that evidently he cut everything out of the papers. He used this like every day.
Wow.
So that evidently, as he sat in the recliner with the typewriter, the way it was slanted was very comfortable for him. So
Oh, yeah,
they've
wow.
saved all these years. I think someone might have fallen through
Uh-oh.
the table at some point or another. But anyway, it kind of gives a little ambiance to the area.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that is as historical as everything else in here.
It's nice.
So on the other side, a lot of this is work in progress. We have 2 or 3 people that work here throughout the week. All these baskets is just work in progress that we continue to put things up on the web every day. We've branched out considerably since Mr. Browning started. I mean, we're now into different counties. Actually, we're into a different state. We're into Illinois.
Oh, wow.
You'll hear a little bit about that later. Here's our high school yearbooks, which we've kind of run out of space. So what high school did you graduate from?
Well, I went to North, and my kids went to North, but I'm the class of...
Pardon me, what was that class night? Hey, we've got some ones that go back pretty far.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
It's not, I'm not
Maybe
that
not
far
that.
back.
Maybe not that far.
Hey, this is when my daughter graduated.
All right, 2008.
Yeah. Well, I have 3 kids, but they all went to North. I wonder if I can find her in here. Let's see.
Everybody always wants to find their kids. They don't want to find themselves.
Uh.
They don't want anyone to see the pictures. But
Huh. Well, I bet she's in here. Oh my goodness, there she is, Catherine Etheridge.
See?
Oh.
See?
And there's her senior picture, and there's when she was younger. And yeah, such a doll. And we wrote that, a little note to her. It's so nice that it's here.
I know,
In the
I
future,
know it.
maybe people can come up and see it. And
Her children someday will come up and see it. And
yeah, oh my goodness, that is so neat.
so there's a lot of church directories down there that we've saved. We work at these different positions. This one, we do some YouTubes, and we use this position right here for that. And these over here, we put in, in fact, we're just at the end of putting in White County, Illinois, the obituaries that a person was nice enough to let us use and input. They've saved them over the years. So, yeah, it's a pretty busy place for looking like, nobody's here.
I had no idea all this was up here, and all this went on up here. And this
Actually, I've heard that before. I've heard
Really?
that. Is this a secret?
Yeah.
I think Willard Library has even gotten some questions. What is behind, the gray door over there? Because I've knocked on it and nobody comes. So it isn't manned every day.
So like, if I wanted to bring somebody up here, because I've got some friends and family that are genealogy buffs. I mean, could we come up here sometime?
Sure.
Or
The best thing to do is to call the funeral home, 425-2896. I work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we could do it one of those mornings. You could call, and I'll call you back, and we'll make arrangements.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you come on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm here, usually I'm at the other building. Just go over to the funeral home,
Okay.
and I'll come over with you. But to be sure, maybe call.
Just
and
make an appointment or something. Yeah.
I had people not too long ago that came from out of town. They were here for a class reunion, and just were just amazed. They knew about it, but they found so many things. They had just met a lot of their classmates the night before and had a great time laughing at what everybody looked like
it is
50
fun.
years ago.
Oh yeah, because not everyone hangs on to all this stuff anymore,
No.
and it gets lost or damaged. And I know one of my yearbooks was damaged in my parents' basement from a flood. I don't have that anymore,
Right.
so it'd be great to be able to come and find something like
I
that.
And that's really one of the reasons why I believe the Browning family wanted to capture as much as they could, because records either will be moved or destroyed, floods, whatever, fires. And their hope was that they could capture the information before it was destroyed or moved. So, they've given the community a great, outlet for finding old records.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
and
You're
hopefully
welcome.
I'll be coming back sometime.
All right.
and I'll bring some people with me.
That's all right. That's okay. Thank you.